Hey, what's up, Raccoon? Yeah, I forgot it was Friday. I was working and then I looked at the computer and I was like, wait, it's not Thursday? So... I'm trying to... I don't know what happened to my pliers. What's up, Raz? Alright, I just gotta go drill this real quick. Alright, that is almost impossible to drop without slicing my finger. Well, you're not printing anything today? That's fine, we all have those days. I sort of spent the money going through Black Friday deals on Amazon, but not many deals on what I was hoping for. I think they're all going to be on Cyber deals. Alright, so we got the bag of gems in, and I'm just using this as like the placeholder so I can actually like make the spot to glue it in at the end. This came out pretty good. I like these colors. I think it'll look good on there. Just gonna throw a little bit more glue on that. We gotta mix up some Aves. Hey, Scott. Well, you guys ready for Thanksgiving? I had my Thanksgiving this week with my parents, so we're already done. We just had some nice pizza and stuff, and that was it. Because they don't want to go out anywhere, I don't want to go out anywhere, and traveling on the highways is a nightmare. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do Thanksgiving is I was thinking maybe I'll go over to the butcher and get myself some nice hamburger meat and just cook myself a burger. That's if it's not raining that day. Plus, I can't eat that food anymore anyway. Last time I had Thanksgiving meal, my stomach was killing me for the 2 days. Not really a Thanksgiving food kind of guy. You know what it is? I just want one day to wake up and do nothing for a day. I don't even want to step in the studio that day. Same thing for Christmas. I'm just going to wake up and not even go into the studio for one day. Stuffed shells, a movie sounds good. Hopefully your mom's okay. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Bowl of cereal and pizza sounds good too. I would get a steak for Thanksgiving and cook it on the grill, but I was over at the butcher's this week and the steaks now are $15 a pound. So I was like, nah. I was like, as much as I want one, I'm like, I can hold off. Figured just make a burger and that's it. Ooh, sorry to hear that, raccoon. How long is she in rehab? Because I know when my parents were there, they only gave, you only get like, you have up to, what was it, 90 days? But, when they assess you, they want you out as fast as possible. You usually get at least 10 days. Oh, so she was so what is it? It goes acute and then subacute. So she was an acute, which is like the higher end, and then the subacute is the one where it's like less, a little bit lesser. Yeah, my father was in the acute, and then when it was deemed that there's not more they could do for him, they put him in subacute. But we got screwed. They wanted him out of subacute right away. So they only gave him like 10 days in subacute. Yeah, they try and push you to, you know, some people don't move and don't push themselves, other people do. But yeah, the running around, I feel your pain, trust me. Because when my father was in rehab, I was at the rehab center. The rehab center was here. And then my parents' house was here. I had to take care of my mother. Then sometimes I had to go back to the rehab. And then sometimes I traveled all the way South Jersey to my house, but then back to my mother to help her. So yeah, I know that traveling's a nightmare. Trust me, I feel your pain. Hopefully the facility is good though, because the one place I got my mother to the first time she ended up in rehab, it was such a shithole. It was so bad that we had to pull her out of there like the next day. That's how bad it was. It was so bad I had to complain to the state of New Jersey on the facility. I won't even tell you how bad it was, but it was disgusting. Well, that's good. Then you lucked out. I learned a lot with my mother going into the rehab the first time, and then she had to go in the second time, and then my father had to go. So by the time I learned all this stuff, it's kind of like a professional now. But you know, like when you're in a hospital, so the problem is I don't know if your mother ended up in a hospital, but like when you're in a hospital, the social worker comes up to you and like, oh, pick a rehab to send your parents to, and it's like, okay, but you don't know what these rehabs are like. You don't know if they're clean. I mean, if I told you what I went through, you'd be shocked. But like I said, it was a hard lesson learned on how bad the facilities were and how good some of them are. But those days are kind of over now. We kind of got them in a better situation. But really, Scott? Yeah. See, it's sad because what I learned is, at least here in New Jersey, if somebody you know ends up in a hospital, and at any point the doctor says that they're gonna need to go to rehab, right away, like this is the best advice I can give you. Right away, go to the social worker, ask for all the rehab centers that are in your area that the insurance will cover, and go to them and look at them right away. Don't sit there with your loved one in the hospital and like stay with them for 10 hours a day. Get up and go out and travel and check out the rehab centers, because when it's time for them to be discharged, you don't know which rehab you're going to pick and how well it's going to be. That was my mistake. You know, I'm there with my mother all day long. I'm making sure she's okay, when instead I should have been going out checking out the rehab center. So, but then after the second time, I knew which ones were good, and you have to have your first choice, second choice, and then a backup. Hey, what's up, Iceman? Yeah, Raccoon, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. What I was thinking of doing is, if I actually get to that age where my parents were, where they ended up in and out of the hospital, start checking out all the rehab centers around my area, just like one day, just go out and check them out. So this way, if I ever ended up in a hospital here, I could say, you know, send me to this place, you know. But I want to kick the bucket before all that. Yeah, but like Scott said, you never know what these facilities are like. Even if like the reviews are good, it could be like there's new management and those are old reviews and it could be a shithole. That's the sad thing about these places. But then again, while I was in rehab places and I was talking to people, they were telling me horror stories about parents and kids where like some of the kids don't even help the parents. So I heard a lot of horror stories about that stuff while I was in these places. Alright, so we got that done. Let's see, next step is the collar. Alright, let's see if this works. Hey, am I Jiro? Oh man, they really did a number on these names. YouTube needs to change that back the way it was. Oh, Mike. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, you're, we gotta just do that one last base. Tomorrow I'm going to the hobby store with my friends, so I'll check to see if I could get those leaves and anything else I think can go on it. The store I go to, it's called Hobby Town, and they do a lot of like the train set stuff. So I think that's where I'll find everything. Hopefully. I know they have moss. I just have to see what kind it is, because I do know it's sort of a pain in the ass to get that stuff to stick. So I have to kind of see. I never really did that stuff much before, so I got to kind of look into it. I don't want to like slap it on and it looks like crap. Mega Hobby? I never heard of them. Hey, what's up, Scar? Yeah, things are going well. As good as they can. I have I guess we'll just use this. So what happening is the solvent is sort of causing a little bit of trouble, so maybe some baby powder will help. do is sort of cut some of this out. Alright, what I might do is just attach a gem and then rip it off later. Yeah, that's the best way to do this. I got 4 more, so hopefully I don't mess them all up. Alright, now the question is, can I get that out without screwing it up? Which probably is not going to happen too well. So, going to try and glue it out. Yeah, the gem's gonna work if I could just make it so I could just glue it in at the end, you know? So that's why I got a 6-pack, because I figured I'd be messing up at least 2 or 3 of them. So what I'm going to try to do now is, instead of trying to, pry it out, kind of glue it back out. Let's see if this works. It's going to be one of those things where it's got to kind of toughen up a little bit, and then I can sort of push the gem in, and then what I'll probably do is, once it's cured, sand it down, and then sort of kind of create like a little ridge around the gem, but also so I could still glue it in at the end. That's the idea. The only problem is when AIDS is soft, it's hard to do it. So. I wasn't really sure what size I needed, so I ordered 1 pack off of Etsy, and it came within like 3 days, which I was shocked. Usually it takes like a week or 2. Not that bad. Not that bad. Alright, so that's a good start, and then I can kind of build up trims and do stuff to it, sand it down. It's kind of like a good start. See, from the angle it looks good. From up here it's a little bit off in a sense, but it looks good straight on. So I think it's going to work. Just need to take some of this off here. Alright, so we'll let the A's toughen up a bit, and then we can try tweaking it a little bit more. Take the gems, put these over here. Since we need the A's to toughen up, we can work on Cammy's sleeves. Alright, so Raz was able to print out hair in the hat, but sadly the hat is a little too small, so I think if we kind of put the hat on her head, it's a little too small to go. It needs to be, let's see, I guess yes, I think the circle of the hat needs to be about almost 2 inches. I think that's kind of what it needs to be at. 2 inches might be too big. Anywhere from 1 3/4 to 2 inches. Probably probably 2 hats. I think we should do 2 hats. 1 3/4 and 1 at 2 inches. Wait. The rim is already at. Yeah, I think it's gotta be 2 inches. I think that's what we gotta do. But Raz did print out the hair though. So we have longer hair. Printing out 3. Okay, so these 2 are... Alright, so you can see the hair now is going to be much bigger and set up a little bit better. So we have longer hair. So that should work now. So this is the perfect size because it kind of... So it goes into the back of her head, almost down past her booty area. So that works out good. Hey JC, how's it going? Doing fine. Busy week. Lot of repairs this week. A lot of little things. Just getting ready for the winter. That's about it. Hey Terrell. Yeah, I got the heat on now. So, because at night the split units really weren't keeping the house too warm, so. Well, I really, I don't get snow down South Jersey that much. I mean, we get a little snow, but usually it's like gone the next day. But watch, I just jinxed myself when we have a crazy storm this year. I don't really care if it snows, because I work from home, so it's just the cold I can't stand. Because as of right now, since my parents are situated in the assisted living place, if it snows, I don't have to worry about trying to get them out or get them food or any of that stuff. They're fine. So let it snow for all I care. Yeah, I mean, literally, the ShopRite is literally 3 minutes drive from my house. Just go through a couple back roads and the ShopRite right's there. So I don't have to, like, travel 20 minutes to go to a ShopRite. And if it's going to snow anyway, since I work from home, I can go there in the morning And then by the time everybody's off of work, they're all just scrambling to get food and supplies, and I'll already be done. So yeah, I don't really have to worry about that stuff much. And I don't panic either. Everyone else panics like it's going to be the end of the world. I just have enough food for, you know, like a week or more. A couple cans of soup and rations and stuff like that. And I'm good. Normally I just buy stuff to make soup. I'm good. People panic too much. Usually I always see people when like it's ready to snow, they buy all this food and they go crazy of like, you know, non-perishable stuff. Well, the perishable stuff, I mean, you know, and then they wind up having to eat all this food before it goes bad. I don't know. Like I said, I don't panic. Just like when we had the lockdowns, I didn't panic. I didn't go crazy. People were going nuts like it was the end of the world. To this day, I still laugh when the lockdowns happened. Everybody was buying like meats and bacon and eggs, and I was the only one in the soup aisle buying cans of soup for emergencies, you know? Hey, what's up, Raphael? How's it going? Yeah, people were going nuts over, you know, like stupid shit, which was the funniest thing in the world, like toilet paper, and like that still blows my mind. Like, number one rule my brother always told me is that if there's ever going to be like some kind of lockdowns, pandemic, or whatever, you go and you buy food that's going to last months, which is canned goods, you know, dry food, stuff like that. You need about, I think, what did he say, like 4,400 calories or 2,300 calories a day to survive. But I saw people fighting over toilet paper and bacon and meats, and I'm just sitting there like, if you can't come shopping for 3 weeks, that food is gone. But people listen to whatever the news says. There's probably somebody on 4chan that lied about toilet paper, and then pretty much everybody thought it was real and went nuts. There's people ready for a real emergency, but people call them psychos and conspiracy theorists and survivalists. But sadly, those are the people that will survive. You know. I mean, I don't know if you guys do it, but every few years I restock my emergency rations because I have those emergency rations that last like for 5 years. So every few years I sort of eat them a little bit, and then they're just basically cookies in like vacuum sealed containers. So stuff like that is good to have because you never know. The old saying is, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, so. But it's funny how they say you're a conspiracy theorist, not this and that, but when you have it, you're set. Yeah, but still, even canned goods, it's still good to have that stuff. You can just buy a box of it off of like Amazon. Yeah, but their version of history would be like, there's a bunch of people that were crazy and they were buying toilet paper and, you know. I had to laugh though. The whole lockdown situation really showed me how people really are not ready for this stuff. It's kind of funny too, like when our parents were like in school, they were taught on like how to survive, to grow food, and get ready for a nuclear blast. But kids and people these days are not ready for that type of stuff. Hey, Joe. Yeah, since those lockdowns and stuff, I did notice a lot of people started doing gardens again. A lot of people down here got chickens and hens and stuff. So, which is good. I guess that's a good thing. People are starting to do that type of stuff again. The only thing is, by me, since I live close to the water, we're on sand, so it's a lot of work to have a garden going. Well, for a while there, I remember years back, they were trying to stop people from growing food. They were trying to say it was like illegal or something, but it didn't hold up too well. They probably didn't want people being self-sustained when the lockdowns came. Yeah, we're getting there slow. It would be done a lot faster if it wasn't just a 1 week thing, but it's alright. Have a lot of commissions to work on during the week. That reminds me, I was looking on Black Friday about those paints, and they're not on sale. At least not yet. So I'm hoping they go on sale. I guess the thing is, should we keep her short sleeve? I guess short sleeve, not rolled up. Yeah, I guess short sleeve. If I keep it short sleeve, I'll do the wrinkles. Alright. I guess that's what we'll do. Oh, JC, I meant to ask you, have you talked to Andy? The last time we talked, I was gonna text him, but then that's when my father ended up in the hospital, and I just completely lost track. I haven't even talked to my one college buddy in ages. Yeah, Scott, isn't it funny? There's all kinds. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, it's been a while. Like I said, I lost track with so many people. Really? Jesus. Damn. Probably the manual transmission. They call that the modern age anti-theft device now. Like, nobody knows how to drive. Well, at least the young generation doesn't. Very few know how. That was the one thing my father says. You're going to learn how to drive manual first. Then you can get an automatic. Nah, once you learn how to drive stick, once you get into a car, it comes back to you fast. Like, once you do it, you never forget it. At least there's no way I could forget it. I think I had a stick shift since I started driving as a kid up till I went to college. So a good 3 years, I think it was, right? Something like that. Well, my cousin has a manual Subaru Outback, no, a Crosstrek, and it's a lot smoother, and it's just not like the old stick shifts like back in the day. Although, if you want a manual, it's a special order now. It's so weird, growing up, like, I remember as a kid, automatic was like, the upcharge, You know, everything was like when I was a kid, everything was still manual. And then nowadays, it's like if you want manual, you gotta special order it. If they even make it anymore. Oh yeah, my parents had oh damn, it was a Chrysler, I think, right? Yeah, it had the what you would call it. Yeah. And then also the station wagon had the drive and everything on the column too. It's when my parents got the green Pontiac Grand Prix. That thing was a beast, and it was the smoothest riding car ever. Even to the last days it was going. But it was a boat. It had the bucket seats, just one whole big seat in the front. So everybody, you could fit like 4 people up front. '77 Lincoln, yeah. I had my aunt had a Lincoln too. Man, I miss the old cars. Yeah, we didn't have seatbelts. I mean, we had seatbelts, but we really didn't wear them. So when I was a kid, my godfather would drive us, would get together and pick us up and drive us. He would put me in the front seat on the highway. The front seat, I was like, what, 5 years old maybe? 4 to 6 years old, something like that. He would put me in his lap while he was driving, and he would put his thumb on the, his pinky on the steering wheel. But he would like tell me to drive the car. So can you imagine these days seeing like an older guy with a kid in his lap in the front seat driving on the highway, you know? But back then, you know, you'd pass cops, they didn't do anything. They were just like, whatever, you know? Now, forget it. You'd be arrested, the kid would be taken from you, it would be crazy. Yeah, I mean, don't we had 8-track players. We had the cigarette port too. Ashtrays, yeah, ashtrays was in every car. Let's see. I think the last car I owned that had an ashtray was my 2006 Subaru Impreza, and I had that up until 2023. It had an ashtray in it, but it was a removable ashtray, and I took it out and I put in the detachable face CD player. Yep. So I removed that and I put in a detachable face CD player. Yep. That's so that was the last car I owned that had a ashtray. Here. Yeah, I forgot when they stopped putting the ashtrays in those cars. Damn, I don't know. It's been a while. I don't think any new car. Well, maybe cars have the option now. I think you can, like, if you buy a car, there might be a spot you can get, like, go and get one, I guess. Yeah, everything now is USB ports, so... Now, if I ever get rich, the only car I really want to buy is I want to get a family truckster from National Lampoon's Vacation. That's what I want, is I want a damn family truckster. The reason why is because when I was growing up, we had a station wagon, and it looked almost like that, you know, those old station wagons with the wood panelings. And I would love to get that truckster. That's why I don't understand all these people that are wealthy, like on TikTok and stuff. They buy all these like Lamborghinis or whatever cars. I would get those damn like a DeLorean and stuff from like movies and TV shows. I love those wood paneling station wagons. They were so fun. We used to go on family trips, and me and my brother would be in the backs in sleeping bags because you could put that seat down and you would have the whole entire cabin to sleep in. And back then you could do that and you weren't in trouble. Now you have to sit in the seats. You can't do that stuff. I don't know, if you guys hit the lottery, would you go and get like crazy expensive cars, or would you go and like get some fun cars like that, like a DeLorean and stuff like that? I would have a blast getting those type of cars. Yeah, I would get some fun stuff and nothing like a supercar or anything, you know, something like from a TV show, like, get like a car like Knight Rider, no, or like what was it, the Firebird from like Cannonball Run, stuff like that. A Ferrari, oh man, that's boring. Nah, I'd go for something funny. Now I'm saying if you won the lottery, like say you won like that whatchamacallit, say you won like like even like 30 million, Yeah, something from Starsky and Hutch. Even like, well, these days, if you were to get the Dukes of Hazzard, generally you would be a racist now. But even like a Ghostbusters van, anything, stuff like that is what I would do. So if you ever see me pull up to a comic book show in a friggin' car like that, you know I won the lottery. A-Team van, yeah, that's right, Joe. That's a good one. That's something to get too. Well, I'm not saying like go out and buy 30 cars. I'm just saying like one fun car, if you won that type of lottery. Yeah, A-Team kit, generally, Ghostbusters. You could even do a remake of the van from Scooby-Doo, stupid stuff like that. Spaceballs, there you go. There you go. That's a good one, Iceman. Stuff like that's the type of stuff that I respect if somebody won the lottery and bought. But when you see people who win the lottery, they go out and they buy these supercars, and it's just like, it's just boring. If you're gonna spend like 100K, 200K, you might as well get like a custom old movie TV show car, Yeah, you get also like a punch buggy like Herbie. It was Herbie, right? Or even get like a buggy and paint it yellow and call it Bumblebee. Stuff like that. Put a Transformers symbol on it. I don't know. Just have fun with the money. Yeah, I would have more, like even when I'm out now and I see like these supercars or I see like a Cybertruck or anything, like it doesn't even faze me. But then when I see like an old car that looks like a Transformer or something, I always like look at the stuff and do a double take. The Wraith, yeah, that'd be a good car too. Yep. Like I would even do like if I had a bicycle, I would do like Pee Wee Herman's bike, his little bike stuff like that. That's the type of stuff I'd spend my money on doing. So instead of going out riding a new bike, I would get something like that. I don't know, like I said, there's so many good options out there. It'd be a lot more fun. Well, even if you don't drive, Iceman, if you win that kind of money, you can just sit at it and look at it. Although the only supercar or like sports car I would like to own would be a Dodge Viper. You know those Dodge Vipers that were always blue with the white stripes? That would probably be the only kind of sports car I would buy. Well, I always liked them for some reason. Of course, though, not enough to actually go out and buy one. Yeah, that could work too. Wasn't it that one TikTok kid, he crashed his like 300K sports car or something while texting? And I'm sitting there like, why did you spend that money on a car like that? They're really not even that good looking. You know, there's no, I don't know, they're just so boring, those types of cars. The only good thing though is the older cars is you can drive them to the ground. They could leak oil, they could leak gasoline, and they would still drive. These days, if your car has a flat tire or wants to turn off on you because of a computer, but the old cars just keep going. Alright, the sleeves are set up. Alright, let's try not to touch the camera, it'll go out on me. Alright, I think we are looking good. I gotta start cleaning her up. So next steps is gonna have to clean up her head. Start working out the hair. Gonna have to have Raz print out a new hat. Just a little too small. See how the hat fits on her head real quick. Yeah, definitely has to go to her ears. Okay. Well, yeah, a little bit bigger. Alright. Alright, a little bit bigger on that. So I'll let that dry. I'll clean up her sleeves, clean up her chest a little bit more, the shirt, get everything a little bit more detailed. Get this back of her hair done, get this off, and then should start being able to plan the hair and hat once we get the hat reprinted. And then the skirt's going to be a little bit of a bitch, but we'll be able to get that afterwards. Alright, so that's situated for now. Alright, so for Misty, I did not have a chance to drummel out her shoes because I forgot all about it, but all I really need to do is put some holes in this area. So I am going to try and do it with this tool. I looked on Amazon to see if those drill things you guys recommended were on sale, and they are not. Let's check again real quick. I left them in my cart. No, not my cart, my saved. Oh, one is on Black Friday. This one is on Black Friday sale. What do you guys think of this one? It's a $50 tool, but it's on Black Friday for $33. Because the other one you guys recommended was $22. That one's on Black Friday for $18. Hold on. I don't know, I think that that other one looks a little bit better, don't you think? wonder if that set of paints is on sale. Nope, not on sale. Vallejo on sale? No, Vallejo's not on sale. Oh, and all those bits are on Black Friday sale. Are those links working for you guys? Because I did not know they were on sale. They must have just went on sale today. I think I'm gonna look into getting that tool. I don't think that's not a bad price. Alright. It's gonna be a little bit of a pain in the ass. I think getting one of those drills would be better than trying to do this crap all the time. Do you guys, any of you guys have something like that you've used? Yeah, see, I think I really want to get one of them because this is kind of sucks doing this type of stuff. But if I can get something where, especially for repairs, sometimes that Dremel just kind of wants to cut through crap too fast on me. It's kind of funny. I don't really go crazy buying tools because I did that when for a while there back around 2016, and I just ended up never using anything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna order one. I like that $30 one. I think that might fit when I'm, you know. Because I get a lot of, I do a lot of repairs for people, and I have to drill into really small areas. So, because if I did this with the Dremel tool in the garage, I probably would like Dremel almost all the way through the foot. Even if I put on the low setting. Alright, yeah, see, I figured I'd wait for Black Friday. I was hoping they would go on sale. So I think tomorrow morning what I'll do is I'll see if there's anything else I need to order again. I found a cheap monitor that I could put in front of me here to hook up to the Mini, so I could have a dual monitor with the wall thing. I found a wall arm for $27 on Black Friday sale, down from like, I think it was $38. And then I found a monitor for about 60 bucks, I think it was, or 70, something like that, almost $70. So you can't beat that kind of deal for something in the studio. I don't need it. I'm not like playing video games on it, you know. I just need something for so I can look at artwork and pictures and stuff. Because even though I got this monitor next to me, I usually have too many windows opened. So it's kind of the goal. Is there any airbrush sites or paint sites you guys go to that might have Black Friday sales that I don't know about? Because the only airbrush site that I get emails from is it's something like Airbrush Coastal or something. But they never have parts on sale. Damn it, almost lost a finger. I'd love to find this place that has parts for sale on Black Friday. You know, get a couple needles and stuff. Reason why I'm making the holes, it's easier to line up the eaves with the holes. Make everything even. Say one thing, these drill bits that came with this are not that bad. They're kind of pretty sharp for going into this resin. Alright, that's the ground shoes, so usually it's the top piece. So now the tedious work starts. Alright, so it goes under. So I'll start with this one. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, we can do it that way. Alright. So it goes over, and here will be both under. And then I think this one put in a bow and the other one we won't. So this one we won't put in a bow. This one. Oh, that's the other thing I should look at. One of those pens that does the plastic line stuff, the melting. So I should look to see if those are on sale. What were those things again? What are they called? Sculpting pens or something? It's just a matter of... I've gotten to the point where being self-employed doing statues is not about panicking when it's going to get done. It's just like... It's just gotten to the point where you wake up and you're like, okay, I'm going to do this today. And then you figure, okay, I got that all done today, and then I'll work on the next part the next day. And you kind of learn patience that way. When I first started, though, I was like, I gotta get all this done today, you know? I was like, I gotta get this done, and you realize you make more mistakes that way. So yeah, just do this line today like I did. We'll do this side, and then next time I do the lines going over it, and it works. This way you don't have to go crazy. Hey, what's up, Dana? How's it going? What were those paints? Those things called? I should say it's Amazon pen sculptor or something. Pen sculpture. Is that what they're called? No. Yeah, thank you. We're gonna get there. I'm just looking on Amazon real quick. What the hell were those pens called? Is it pen resin? Uh, Hold on, we're gonna have to do an Amazon. .3D pen, right? I think that's what they're called. .3D pen kit, yeah. Oh, they do have Black Friday deals on these. They're only like $70, $40? No. Oh, the more expensive ones are like 180. Okay. Alright. Yep, there's a couple on Black Friday sales. Cool. I'm gonna have to look up more. Alright, sorry about that. Just wanted to check. I'm kind of in that zone where anytime I think of something I need or want or have to get, I go to Amazon real quick to see if it's Black Friday sales. This is Black Friday started yesterday. Okay, let's do this side. So... Alright, so that one will have a bow. That'll be at the end, of course. So, just let that cure up, and then I can do the other laces next time. Because I know if I try to do laces now, I'll rip it all apart. It's not worth the hassle. Half-scale model race car. Isn't it the size of like a chair, computer chair? $112. Oh, okay. I was about to say a half scale. I mean, Jesus. Well, then again, I was thinking to myself, is half scale like a different type of, you know, something for cars? Model kit cars? Yeah, so, for her pouch, grab a flat piece of resin. It's alright, Raz. We're gonna need to definitely reprint the hat. It's too small. Kind of just went over it before. So, that's right. Like I said, it's not a rush. I guess I'll show you real quick. I can send you the email, but where the hell's the hat? Where'd the hat go? Hat was supposed to... There it is. So basically, the circle in the here needs to be about 2 inches. So we're at like 1 3/4. So it needs to be 2 inches from this back part to that front part there. Yeah. And I think that should be good. And you could print this all hollow because I need to kind of get into this anyway to Dremel this part out. So if you want to hollow the whole entire thing. And it doesn't have to be a thick hollow too. It could be fairly thin to save on resin. You know? Because what will happen is I just need to cut this part out around here. You know? I just need to cut this out. And then I could fill it in with some eaves too and kind of set it. But yeah, it's 2 inches from this spot to this spot. It's got to be 2. There to there, right there to there. See what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's pretty much it on that. I'll show you the real quick. Let me put her there. I'll show you the. I had while Raz did that, he printed me out Velma head. because I'm going to make myself a personal Velma down the line, if I ever get to it. So I'll show you this real quick. Guess I have to, without breaking anything, so YouTube doesn't get angry if I show this. Little bit of taping, even though there's nothing there. Yeah, whatever. So I want to make myself my own Velma, and I had this extra poison body, so that should look pretty cool. I'm going to do a different sort of variation on the outfit. So the idea is she's going to have, of course she's going to be holding up the magnifying glass. So this is going to be like a personal Velma. Yeah, one of the guys that I know, he pops in stream once in a while and stuff. He had an extra body. I took out the hair. So this should be pretty cool. This is, I think, the smallest head, so it worked out perfect. But the good thing is the other heads you gave me are kind of in scale with larger statues, like sideshow stuff. So it should work out if I ever want to do something else. Oops, almost knocked something over. Yeah, it's one of my many side projects I'm probably never going to finish, but yeah, when he contacted me and he said he had the poison he was looking to get rid of and he gave me a good price, I said I'm going to grab it from him and then I'm going to use it for myself. So I figure, what the hell. But then knowing me, if I finish it, somebody might offer me some money and I might sell it off anyway. So that's kind of, I think, what Meowth's thing is about, something like that, right? It is Meowth, right? That's what that's his name. And then put the gem like right there. I think it's 3 lines, right? I thought it was 3. Alright, so normally what I do is I go in the garage and I usually grind this down on my grinder. But since if you guys don't have a wheel grinder like me, we can kind of do it I guess we could call it the poor man's way. So if you have a flat piece of what you would call it, eaves, kind of do the outside part. Just kind of square it off, even though it's not perfect. 4 lines. I mean, I could do 4 lines. I'll show you how I plan to do it, but let's kind of sort of cut it off now real quick. Without slicing my finger and breaking the piece. Aha! Alright. So, next step. Like I usually hate sanding in the studio like this, but I'll do it for the stream. Anytime I sand anything, I like to do it in the garage in front of the shop vac. But kind of do it this way for now. Trying to do this without slicing a finger. Forgot these kind of cracks like this. I keep thinking it's a piece of resin. I am making a symbol or forehead piece that goes on Meowth, right? From Pokemon to go on the pouch. The pouch I sculpted last week on her. So this gem is going to go like there. That's the plan. So for right now, we're just kind of getting the shape. I have a little extra A's I'm going to add on to this in a second once I get this shape down. We're doing this the stream way. Otherwise I would have done this in the garage in like 10 seconds and it would have been over with the wheel. But then again, with the wheel, if I wasn't paying attention, I probably would lose some of my fingertip, which happens a lot in the garage. If you're not losing your fingertips, you're not doing it right. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. When I went to see the Superman movie, I went with my friend. He took me to the one that's in at the edge of New York and New Jersey. I forgot the name of it. Maybe I think it was called Palisades Mall. Maybe that was it. And they had a Pokemon store in there too, selling all the old cards, graded cards, and toys and stuff. I was like, wow. I think it was called Palisades. Oh, you know, it's funny too, because I was talking to my friend in chat today. He's older, so he doesn't know much about the Pokemon cards, and I told him, I said, ever since Marvel killed comic books with their movies because Marvel went to crap. Like Pokemon cards have skyrocketed because all the people that were selling comic books for flippers and scalpers, they all moved to Pokemon now. And the amount of craze of Pokemon cards is unreal. Absolutely unreal. Although, if I had known Pokemon would have been this big back when I was going to the comic book store, I would have bought up all those first edition cards that were like $1 a piece or whatever. But I was like, whenever I went to the comic book store, I was like, I don't want this crap. Who knew, right? Okay, so we got that done. Now we have dust everywhere. So basically just take some water, some nasty paint water. Paint water to clean up the dirt. It's great. Dude, the Pokemon card stuff is absolutely unreal right now. It is... I watch videos on YouTube whenever I have free time, and the guys that are selling cards that were like when I was going to the comic book store and he had like all the Pokemon cards in the glass case, you know, they were like $1, $2 a card. Now I'm seeing those same cards at dealers now selling them for like $1,000, you know. Of course, some of them are graded, but still. But I was a comic book person. I didn't care about that stuff. So. Alright, so we have that. Next step is to be able to sculpt on it. Okay. So this is going to sound weird, but we're going to glue it onto here. Not all the way, just a little dab, so I can pull it off later. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. You know, the more I work on like these Pokemon characters like Misty and Jessie, the more I actually find myself looking up like on DeviantArt artwork of Jessie now. I've actually become fond of the character just because of the design. Now I don't like the Pokemon actual artwork. I like the people that do the more like comic book realistic type stuff of her. It's really cool. So I guess doing these statues and these what if stuff kind of got me hooked on that character now. So maybe when Misty's done, I might start liking this now if they do more comic book looking stuff. Alright, so this eaves is a little tough, but it should work. So I'm going to thicken up the piece, and then I'm just going to use the tool and make... You said it was 4 lines, right? Not 3? If I could line it up, I could do 3 or 4. it's got some residue there. This is the one. You said it was definitely 4, right? I just want to make sure what I'm doing is going to look alright. If not. Yeah, you're right. It is 4 lines. Okay. Yeah, I just want to double check because I just want to kind of line this up fairly decently. Okay, so there we go. Now it's squeezed off the edges a little bit, but I'll sand those back down, and I'll sand the top back down. I just didn't want to cut too deep into it, and then that should work for the pouch. It's kind of a little bit of a simpler way to do this, and then we could put it like right there. I'm not going to put it as like a clasp. I could put it on top of the pouch, or maybe put it just a little bit below the point. And I think that'll work, you know. So it's just easier to do it like this instead of like 3D printing and then trying, you know. This way, if it's scratched up and it's not good, you know, pretty, it'll work better. So What I might do is, when I sand it down, I might sand it with a really rough grade after I kind of, you know, fine tune it. So this way when I paint it, and then I could kind of do a little bit of a wash, and it won't be as shiny. We can get like scratches in there. And I think that'll kind of, you know, what we could do this too is when we paint the pouch, we could paint the pouch as Meowth's colors, and then we could put this there, so it looks like it's his skin, you know, like this is his skin around her belt, and then this is the thing, so it's kind of like she kind of she kind of gutted a Meowth and used his you know, that's kind of, instead of putting like whiskers or the head or eyes or anything, it's kind of like, okay, that's how she got a pouch. She kind of gutted him. Alright, so I gotta put this up over here so I don't ruin this. Alright, so that's a good plan for that. We got the shoes going on her, so that's good. So next week we just finish up the shoes, get the pouch going. So what I need to do for her next is I have to get to sand this down a little bit, so we can put the, well, yeah, I don't like the texture on it. I gotta get this texture off. And this, I gotta get that off, so this way we can add the rope around her arms. And after that, once the shoes are done, we'll start working on her hair. But I want to fine tune her up, get her all primed up, sand up the body some more, get her cleaned up. So this way, I don't have to worry about any of this hair hitting anything when I'm working on it. It's kind of the goal with that. Hey, Devastator. Yeah, we survived. Although I keep wondering when the asteroid's going to take us all out, but we survived. Okay, so let's put her aside. Now that the A's is a little bit tougher, let's see if we can work out this thing. Seems to toughen up a lot. Any of you guys off of work this week? With the holidays? You guys have like a week off or anything? I mean, I don't know what it's like either. My days off is still working, so. Come on. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that too, Dana. So Just I was just kind of curious if anybody had any days off or they had any plans to do anything, or because I think what is it, like kids are off this week or something, right, for school. I believe kids get off more days than we ever did growing up. Well, that's a good plan. Save everything for the end of the year. I don't think Social Security cuts it for anybody anymore. I still believe when I'm ready to get Social Security, it won't even be there. Well, the plan is not to be around anymore, that I would need Social Security. That's kind of the plan. But I highly doubt that's going to happen. Yeah, I'm down for a heist. Let's do it. Screw it. But you want to steal something that's worth it, like Pokemon cards. You know, you don't want to steal dollars because the dollars are crashing. So you got to steal something that people are gonna, buy. So this way we get caught, we can tell them on the news. But we have to have a name. What is it going to be? The Great Statue Bandits? That we're going to go with? The Resin Bandits? Something like that? The Resin Robbers? That could work. Well, we already got somebody that's got a good name. We got Iceman on the team, right? So we got one good name. We got to come up with some other names. Because this way, if they interview me on the news, they'd be like, "Why'd you steal the money?" It's like, well, I couldn't afford statues. Axe. Alright. Alright, so we got Ice Band and we got Axe. And we got Raccoon. So we got some good names so far. Now we got to decide who's the hacker. All right, who's the getaway? You know, we're kind of almost there with ideas, so we got to finish it off. I gotta go hit this with some baby powder. Be right back. But this man doesn't know how to drive. You're trying to get us arrested? Well, you need to have the muscle, which is the hitman. You gotta have the hacker. You gotta have the thief. You gotta have the mastermind, and you have to have the who's the other one? The grifter. That's right, Devastator. You always got to have a monkey on the team. And you got to have the monkey has to have a sword. JC's the hacker? Alright. Alright. So, I don't know if I'm good at planning, so I don't know if I'll be the mastermind. I could be the grifter. Act like I'm somebody else. Alright, we got a plan going. I like it so far. Grab some more baby powder on here. Alright, use one more gem, and hopefully I won't have to use any more. Alright, I will put in my talents to fake some gold or silver that we can pretty much swap out and they'll never know. Or if we go for a Fabergé egg or something like that. So you guys let me know and I'll see if I can go that route. It's the only thing I could think of I could do. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Yeah, what we could do is we could 3D print one out. I could tweak it up a bit, paint it, make it look real. We could swap it out, and then what we'll do is we'll put inside the egg. So if they drop it on the ground and they show it's fake, we could put a note in there and say "suckers." We're getting there. Now the problem is who's gonna scout the area? Watch this chat get flagged and the FBI watches it. They'd be like, what are these clowns talking about? FBI would be like, alright, we're we're gonna take bets. See how bad they screwed this up. I tell you one thing, I bet you FBI probably listens to a lot of conversations and laughs at all the people that say stuff like this. But I am down. Nope. I think I sealed it in too good there. Nope. It's not good. If I worked at the FBI, I would just love to listen to conversations of people. We could do it. I got faith. Next time somebody asks me how's this stream, I'm like, yeah, we're planning a heist. We got a monkey and everything. Reminds me of that Dane Cook skit where he says he wants to fight a monkey with a sword. This is tough. That's right. Alright, this did not go the way I wanted it. I gotta sand all this down and try again. Alright. That's not how I wanted it to look. I'm gonna have to try this. I might have to do this one during the week off camera because I just can't get this right. So I'm going to sand this down, and I think what I might need to do is I might need to Dremel into this deeper and set it up how I would normally set things up. So I think that's what I need to do. Okay, because it's not, yeah. Alright, I'm going to redo this. But I got a better idea. Alright, that's fine. We still got a good start on here though. Dane Cook? Ah, yeah. Well, he pretty much, like every other comedian, we, what was it, around 2013 to 16 is when comedy started to die because it offended everybody. So, it's kind of what happened to him and everybody else. They pushed that, Amy Schumer character so much. Comedy just died. But, alright. Yeah, I'm going to sand this down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to Dremel into this a little bit more, and then during the week when I have some extra A's, I'm going to sort of kind of get a better situation on there, and then try to see if I could come up with something around it a little bit better. So I'll work it out. Can't do too many, well, I can always pop these off the wood if I need to get a piece again. So I could always order more, but I don't want to. This is like $8 ship, I think. Aves is too tough now, damn it. Oh, you know what I'm gonna need, Raz? I think if you print the hat out, I think I should get that crap, what is it? The gotta have you print out those emblem things. Oh crap, did I lose the link to those things? Better not have. Yeah, so these are, I was thinking of printing out a couple of these smaller ones for her. For like the clasps and stuff. Yeah, the whatchamacallit, comedians are slowly coming back again. For a while there, they couldn't say anything or do anything without crybabies. So, but yeah, so I think I'll clean up the neck on her. I need to really get a day in the garage. And then what we'll do is I need to do like clasps for like here, like around the boot areas. And I think that'll start coming together a little bit better on her. I need to order the wrap for her whip. And then once we get most of that done, we could start figuring, once I get the neck done, we can actually figure out the hair then. Get the hair situated on her. Yeah, the gem is, see, the gem could go on perfect and then I can paint the gem afterwards, but trying to do it where the gem could just be glued in at the end is a pain in the ass. But I'll get it worked out. I'm just gonna have to get in there and clean this up. and then do what I would normally do, and kind of I gotta sort of do it in the garage, I guess, with the baby powder. But I do like the way the collar is looking now. It's a lot better than what we started with. So I think it's gonna look pretty cool once the gem is on there. I think this pop, yeah, see the gem kind of pops off the glue pretty well. Now it's gonna look pretty cool on there like that. Let me wash out these brushes so I don't lose them. I need to use them for one more project. Alright, so let's close this stuff down. Once this hair gets on her, she's gonna start coming together pretty well with the crown. So I think now that we did the collar, I think I gotta cut up the hair a little bit more because it's kind of hitting back in here. So I gotta kind of grind that out a bit more. And I want to set this up where when I paint her, I could just glue the crown on afterwards. So that should work out pretty well. Coming together pretty nicely on that. And as far as Misty, just a matter of cleaning her up now. So I gotta clean up all around here from the pouch work, clean up here, prime her up, get her all set up. We gotta finish up the shoes. I gotta clean up a little bit around the staff a bit. I'm going to try and grind out around the back of the skull here to make it look cracked. A little bit in there, and then we gotta do, if I can remember next stream, I'm gonna roll out Aves like 2 hours before the stream. So this way we could do that R and the cloth for the rocket team. And then we can wrap it around here afterwards. So I gotta hopefully remember to do that before the stream. Figure about maybe 2 to 3 hours before stream. Just roll out about a piece this big. And then what I could do is sort of do the R maybe in, let's see, about roll out Aves probably hour and a half before the stream, so I could get the R on the flat piece, and then we could sort of wrap it around. It's kind of the idea on that. Let's see. So what I'm going to do too is I have to, for that Medusa I'm working on, I got to start painting her up. In her goblet, I want to put clear resin in it, so I'm going to order a bottle of the AK Interactive clear, but I'm going to get one of the smaller ones so we can have that for the base when we're ready to do the water on her. So I'm going to have that ready for when we start painting her up. That's kind of the idea. But she's going to be, I'm going to do the base as a build and paint at the same time on her. So the figure will get painted first, and then I'll be adding the grass as I put Aves down. And then after the grass and the brown paint is added and everything, that's when I can pour the clear resin afterwards in there for a little bit of the water. So it should work out. I don't think I have any more of the AK Interactive water stuff. Oh, do I have it in here? Oh, I have the snow. Oh wait, I do have the water. No, I got the snow sprinkles. I don't have the water. Alright, I'll see what I can find. Maybe I could get a small one. Because I think what I would do is, if I put the water in there, I'll try to get the water where you can make it a little bit of waviness in there too. Because we're going to have this stuck into the water. So that's kind of the idea. To try to do maybe a little bit of waviness and everything on it. Kind of what I'm thinking. It's going to be a build as we go. Hey, Will. Yeah, we're just kind of going over everything right now. Just trying to finish up for the night. Just kind of planning. But yeah, we could get that bishop done for you then. I just overloaded with stuff. And as far as Cammy goes, so I'm gonna clean up her shirt. Get her shirt cleaned up. So I figure, let's see, next week, I'm not sure if I'm going to have a stream next week. We'll see, depending on how things go with Thanksgiving. But probably will. So I need to clean her up. I got to grind out her hair in the back of the head and plan the hat. And I still want to do the hair before I do the skirt on her, because if I don't do that first, I might break the skirt trying to do the hair. So that's kind of something I need to plan out. And then what I need to do is I need to buy the file of the chair and contact the guy that's close to me and have him print out the chair for Peach. So I'm going to have to start planning that out too, because I need him to print something else for me. So I'm going to see if he can do the chair at the same time. Yeah, so I'm kind of little details here and there in cleaning. So I'm at like the tedious stage. So if I could get her fixed up, I can start working on most of this stuff here. You know, her arm wraps and this. And then kind of keep going. But the collar on her is going to be a pain in the ass. I'll figure it out. A little bit at a time. We're just little things here and there. Pain in the ass. We'll get there. And then I guess one last thing to show you. I had a little free time the other night, so I almost finished up Miss Marvel's hair. So I really wanted to try something different. I got a little bit more to add, but I really wanted to try like the waviness and stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at with her hair. I like it. Came out pretty cool so far. But alright, so I think that's kind of where I'm at for tonight. I gotta get cleaned up because I'm gonna be going out with some friends tomorrow. A little bit of a day out for a bit. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get these cleaned up and ready for next stream. So with that being said, you guys have a good Thanksgiving. I'm also going to try to get some more art stuff this Black Friday. And if Raz, you're still watching the stream or not, I'm going to send you the email of the other stuff to print out for me. Yeah, thanks for trying to get there with the hair, but alright guys, have a good one.